I think I'm finally going to be joined by Almira, the delightful, the delicious Almira Skripchenko, former women's European champion, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're not.
Good.
Hello, everyone. And I might say that in this position I played knight c3. So
yeah, I'm sure you did. You put your knight on a normal square. Gary's put his knight on an abnormal square. So, what do you think of this position, Almira?
Well, I've played so many of those because bishop b5 and Rossalima is almost my main weapon against the Sicilian. And normally in this type of the position you always take a bishop f6 when bishop plays on e7 and you try to...
You play against double pawns.
Yeah, to play against double pawns, but that's why I played knight c3 and rook d1.
Yeah.
Okay. To be actually able to do it.
Yeah. Now Gary's played in a different way. I mean, I suspect it's an original way. I've never seen this idea of putting this knight on d2. I've never seen this yet. The knight has gone to this rather unusual square d2 rather than c3. It nearly always goes to c3 in this variation. So
maybe we have an idea of playing c4.
Yeah, maybe the idea is but if you want to if you want to push your pawn up, your c pawn up, then you should keep your knight back and put your knight on a more natural square. I mean, Gary's thinking a lot. I mean, he's got nothing to worry about, but his problem, which is a sort of self-imposed problem, is he wants to score 100%. And he scored 100% in all 3 previous simultaneous exhibitions, and he suddenly realizes he's got a tough opponent here, someone who knows the moves.
And especially one of the main criteria why I selected this boy was that he suffered all the during all the game, and when he finally had a chance to play for win or to force a draw, he took it. I knew that it was a draw probably, but he took it. He tried with me.
Right.
So he might take a chance against Garry. This position is not obvious at all.
Yeah. So, Almira, it seems that these days you have deserted chess a little bit for the delights of playing poker. Isn't it a shame to be playing such a simple game like that?
Well, actually...
rather than this beautiful game of chess.
Well, I still managed to win the French championship.
Yeah. So you're not completely retired?
No, but I think that poker is also a very complex game, and I'm playing tournaments only. So I'm approaching poker as finally as a chess game.
Yeah.
And
it pays better, doesn't it?
When you win. It's much more difficult to win.
when you win, it pays better. So.
Statistically, tournament poker is a very difficult discipline. So you have to be very cold-blooded and study a lot.
Yeah.
And never give up.
Has he gone to sleep here? Or is he in a trance? He's in a trance.
This position is very complicated to play with white, and I know because I've played years and years of this type of position, because one wrong move and just the advantage goes to black immediately.
To black, that's correct actually, because white has conceded the bishop pair, and long term this is it could be a problem. And actually this is a Sicilian defense, one of the most popular openings against e4, and the Sicilian defense is an opening that it's a little bit like riding a bicycle when you're white. You have to keep pedaling, otherwise you fall off. There are some other openings you can stall you can take your time, you can maneuver around. The Sicilian, you normally have to go forwards, and actually Garry, after a very long thought, he made this committal move going forwards, which may or may not be good. Yep, that was Chris Peters. Let's see what's going on in these games. We can't see anything here. Doesn't seem to be having any problems at all around here. Oh, hang on a second. Little small pause against Alexander Duvall. Oh no, but he... Well, it's not... Well, what can I say? It's pretty unpleasant. You know, he's in the driving seat there. Space advantage. And oh dear, and that looks like checkmate, if I'm not mistaken. That perhaps Kathy Burks should have done that preparation, which I dissuaded her from doing last night. Well, she'd had a few glasses of wine, so I don't think it's the best thing to do, preparation after a few glasses of wine. What do you think, Almira?
Well, I drank my first glass of wine at the age of 26. So being a chess player, I'm having a very serious discipline. So
yeah, but it's okay. I mean, you're from the former Soviet Union. I thought that everyone used to drink there. They were all on the vodka, weren't they? Isn't that right?
Not really.
Like Mikhail Tal, some of the greats, you know, weren't they well-known drinkers?
Well, this also could be a legend.
Well, actually, I played Mikhail Tal 7 times, and I can vouch for the fact he did drink quite a lot.
Well, but times change, and there is a different generation coming, especially of women who play chess.
That's
and quite
correct.
well.
That's correct. I once saw Boris Spassky and Mikhail Tal, 2 former world champions, crawling on the floor. And that was about 25 years ago. In France. in Montpellier, in the candidates tournament. I should say that Almira is French. Originally she's from Moldova, one of the few countries in Europe that I haven't visited.
It's a very good move, actually, b5.
b5, yeah, that's an excellent move. Garry's shaking his head there. He had a very long think about that move, and it wasn't a very good move, as far as I can tell.
So I was not mistaken about the psychological choice. He seizes the initiative if the opportunity is given to him. So.
Yeah. I'm going to make a bold prediction this time. I think it's going to be the first year that Garry will not win all his games. He normally cleans them up, but he's got a slightly tougher field, yeah. I mean, he has more opponents. That's not so much the problem, but he's got more of the kids, and the kids, the standard is rising. I've seen it. You know, I've been from the, you know, in the 3 years that we've had the kids involved, I've seen the standards going up, and that's very encouraging for Belgian chess. So we want to see more involvement.
Yeah, on the educational level, maybe.
Yeah,
chess should be definitely introduced into schools, so that might be the next step.
Should be encouraged very much.
That's what I was thinking. Yes.
Bishop takes f6. Well,
there's not much to do.
Yeah, Garry's going to play with 2 knights against 2 bishops.
And being a poker player actually now helped me a lot in observing my opponents and giving a lot of attention to psychological dimensions. So you could see by the body language, so who feels like he's condemned or who is really going to fight.
Yeah. This is an interesting position, actually. It's Johan Ardland. I'm not. I wouldn't say his position is. It's brilliant because he's conceded the 2 bishops. However, Garry's development is a little bit uncomfortable, wouldn't you say? It's he's got that slight difficulty with his queen. He wanted to castle queenside, which he doesn't seem to be able to do. And if Black can open up the centre quickly, it might be slightly awkward for Kasparov.
It looks like a strange scotch.
It is a strange... Yeah, the thing is, I suspect he didn't play it terribly well, but has now stumbled into a decent position. That's my impression. Maybe Garry just wants to take and put his queen on c4 and play an endgame. That's probably it. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah, he's going to be better. He's exchanging and he'll have a slight advantage that way. But that's a fight. Not all of these games are fights. So this is Garry's blasting open the position against his fanfare. Oh gosh. Some serious butchery going on some of these boards. That's actually interesting position. Karel van Eitveld. This e5, probably a little bit. It's a little bit worse for Black, but well, no, f5 is coming, and there is some counterplay there. So that's reasonable position. Yeah, but Black is going to advance with f5 and e4 if he gets the chance. Not quite sure what the knight is doing on the side of the board there. As they say, a knight on the rim is grim or dim. I'm not quite sure. So basically Garry is in very good shape in this exhibition. He's got good positions